Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Fernandez.
And I'm Aaron Sullivan. Let's get to our top 6 headlines. We'll get there in just a moment. But first, we have big breaking news within just a half hour.
Yes, next week, the Nebraska Regents will consider a proposal in which Clarkson Regional Health Services would give up its 50% membership in Nebraska medicine, giving full control of the health system to the University of Nebraska. Now, under this plan, the university would pay $500 million for Clarkson's stake. Clarkson would also sell its land and buildings to the university for an additional $300 million.
As a part of the transaction, Clarkson would also donate $200 million to the University of Nebraska. After the transaction, Clarkson will focus more on its philanthropic efforts through what it calls the Clarkson Institute. Officials say patients don't need to worry about any changes in Nebraska medicine's day-to-day operations.